Kimberlyn, can you tell me about your educational preparation as well as your experience?
So I graduated from the University of Santa Tomas with a degree of Bachelor of Science Speech Language Pathology. And it's a 5-year training and we have 1 year of clinical internship. So the 1 year clinical internship includes the hospital rotations. So we have a lot of experience with hospitals and actually schools. And for my work experience, I am currently working in a hospital and a government-funded school. It's a special school and mostly we do one-on-one sessions. But at times, if the doctors refer them as diet patients, we do also diet sessions or group sessions if the skills actually match with the other children. But mostly we do one-on-one. And I have worked with physical therapists, occupational therapists, rehab doctors mostly, and special education teachers. So in the school setting, we actually communicate with each other and really collaborate through the IPP because it's really important to have the same long-term goals for the patients and really do good counseling and feedback on the parents because they usually see the kid most of the week.
Okay. I think that was a very comprehensive response. Give me like a recent lesson that you did with your group. Give me an example. Just a topic of that lesson.
It's usually when we do group, we target social interaction.
Okay, so let's say, imagine you're teaching a lesson about social interaction. Can you tell me 3 different ways you would assess whether your students learn the concept?
It's more of generalizing what they want, what they know. So first, we do, they greet the other teachers to make sure that they remember the names of the teachers and be more confident in talking to others, especially strangers or unfamiliar persons. And then we actually invite other teachers to join the groups or other students, new students, so that they could introduce themselves or know how to really approach others or initiate conversations. It's actually important with group for them to know how to initiate, maintain, and terminate a conversation. So it mostly, it's just mostly more of in the communication context.
Correct.
But we usually do for activities, arts and crafts, and games.
Okay. Alright, Kimberly, can you tell me how you would measure your success at the end of the year?
Is this subjective or objective?
Both ways.
For me, success, it's more of fulfillment and more of the gratitude from the parents and the teachers and also the other therapists. I'm usually gauge it that way because I don't see the importance of actually teaching kids if they're not really open to actually pushing the limits of the kid or being more into the therapy sessions of the kid. So it's really important to communicate with the other teachers and the caregivers. It's more of that.
Good. What is the most challenging part of your job?
I think it's more of the behavioral patients. I have handled actually many students who bite or have aggressive behaviors, and
How'd you deal with that?
I collaborate with the occupational therapists. We do the behavioral modification techniques and the environmental modification techniques. And we usually communicate with the parents on how we can go with the mode of discipline with the child. Because it's really important to have a consistent mode of discipline, even at home, not just in therapy, because usually they see the authority in us teachers, in us therapists, but at home they get everything.
Um, Kimberly, can you tell me what kind of colleagues or teachers you are mostly challenged by? Like when you said you collaborate with the special ed teacher, the physical therapist, these are your colleagues, right? So what kind of, behaviors of these people do you find most challenging?
I think it's more of with working with colleagues with a lot more experience than I have, because usually we have different points of view, and they say that the old ways of teaching in school, it's somehow stricter,
Very traditional.
and, yes, and it's not more of the functional type that we actually do in classes or in sessions. So I think that's the most challenging.
So, what do you think you will find on your first year as a speech pathologist in one of our schools will be most challenging in terms of managing your class?
I think it's more of the curriculum, the difference in the curriculum, because I researched that they usually do group therapies and just pull out sessions in classrooms.
Correct.
Yes. So it's not really that different, but really conversing with other people aside from my familiar colleagues. I'm actually really shy and have stranger anxiety, so I think that would be the bigger challenge.
Okay. So, for example, Kimberly, I walk into the middle of your session or your class, and you are in the middle of a successful lesson. What would I see?
I think you would see me doing my best and really focusing on what I can give the kid, what I can really teach the kid. Usually when someone walks into the room in the middle of a session, we actually ask the kid to say hi.
Oh, that's part of social
Yes,
interaction,
yes.
right? Okay.
And how they would adapt if
Correct.
someone really comes into the room suddenly.
Okay, so that means to say you're making, the learning, really authentic.
Yes.